Good afternoon, good evening, whenever you watch this. I'm Mr. AJ Focus. Thank you for joining me on a live video. Yes, this is live, so the footage isn't that great. I do apologise. As you know, it's quite hard to get a signal down near the workshop, but I thought I'd make this live video just to give you guys another update on the videos that are coming soon. I'm taking a bit of a break as well, but I'm also not taking a break, if you get what I mean, because I'm still making videos, and what I'm doing, I'm stitching all the footage together to make one big super long episode. But what I will eventually as well, because some of the episodes that are stitched into one big episode, I will cut them out and make individual episodes just in case people are looking for certain bits of the video. So I'll make separate videos eventually of them as well, like the grill episode and the painting stuff on trims and stuff like that, interior stuff, and priming fuel systems, which is what this video is about today. So thank you for joining me on today's video. If you are new to the channel, just very quickly, because I do see my stats that a massive percentage of you do watch my videos but aren't subscribed. So if you are watching, you do come across my videos constantly, and you're sort of involved as well in the diesel, Fiesta, maybe just a Ford community, do us a favour, just drop a like and subscribe for me down below. I would hugely appreciate that. And if you don't mind as well, going on to my Teespring storefront and grabbing the merchandise, because as you know, the turbo episode is going to be my biggest episode yet. So with your help, guys, grab the merchandise will massively help that episode. It's not just going to be one episode, it's going to be multiple big episodes on doing the turbo upgrade for the car, how to do the ECU, dyno afterwards, getting some figures and numbers. So it's going to be my most biggest video I've ever made for my channel. With your help, we can literally push that video to get started very, very soon, because there's nothing much more to do on the Fiesta. I'm getting all the little bits done now, so when the time comes, it will all be done. The turbo then will just go straight on. But with your help, like I said, grab the merchandise or sign up my Patreon, it will massively help. So as you can see by the title, fuel priming pump for the Fiesta. Now, when I came back from Manchester, I showed you a little bit of a clip of me buying one when I was up there, like a pump. But I looked at it the other day, and the bulb on it was very, very thin plastic. I didn't realise at the time that it might not do the trick, and it might not hold the pressure, and the pipes as well weren't very thick. So I went on eBay and I came across this company. Now they're called RT, so Race Tech or something like that, and for about £18 on eBay. All you got to do is type in Ford priming bulb for a diesel and it'll pop up. I'll show you. So it comes in a really nice bit of packaging. It just comes, so you guys can pause the video here, check that out. Made in the UK as well. So I thought I'll leave that for a second. So yeah, good for Fords, Land Rovers, Jaguar, Volvo, everything that Ford used to be involved in. So yeah, it's got that. Isn't in there, but it does come with some fitting clips as well. So it does come with some hardware. So it comes with two, there you guys can see, little clamps, which are around about 12 to 14 mil. And it comes with one pipe, which has a female connection. It comes with the second pipe, which has the male connection. And it comes with the actual primer bulb as well, which looks very, very nice compared to the other one. This feels much more solid and thicker, and it's got nicer outlets and metal connections, which the other one doesn't have. The other one's all just plastic and rubber, and this on the other one didn't feel that strong. This is quite, you need to really put a bit of pressure on that to squeeze that. So build quality wise, I think this will withstand the pressure of the fuel system, because as we know on diesels, fuel systems are pressurized and they're very, very high pressure. Massive PSI goes through to get these engines running, because obviously there's no pump. It's all used by pressure and gravity and everything else what goes on in there. Now there is a pump at the front here, but there's no pump from the tank. It doesn't suck it out of the tank. It does some sort of magical gizmo that goes on in there. So once you disconnect the fuel filter on this car, obviously you're going to let in a load of air in the fuel system. And as you know, on this car of mine, I've had nothing but fuel system issues since I've ever changed the injectors. And we've just literally about over a year and maybe and a half ago now got the Fiesta running again after multiple engine fueling issues. It wouldn't start, it just cut out every now and then, but it's been absolutely good so far. But I do need to change the fuel filter because the fuel filter on this car has never been replaced, and it needs replacing because obviously once the new turbo, like I said, we're getting close to the turbo, so I'm preparing everything now. The fuel filter is obviously a big thing. You should replace on a diesel anyway, or specifically on diesels. You should really replace fuel filters between every 3,000 to 4,000 miles. I think you should really replace them as regular as possible. And I did watch a video on YouTube of this guy also in Australia saying the same thing. On diesels, you should really change fuel filters quite often. I know they're a pain in the ass. I know they're a pain in the ass to get running again. But if you have the right sort of tools and the patience, even if you can't get it running with just this brake cleaner, engine starter, whatever, or getting the car towed to bump start it into life, and you can get these running again. But best thing I was about to do is obviously once you get your new fuel filter, I do hope it arrives today because I will do it today and I will make a video, and like I said, it will come eventually, is to fill up the fuel filter with diesel before you put it on. So obviously you're going to take off the old fuel filter, which is already filled with diesel. Now on the old fuel filters, on the fuel filters in general, there's a little small round cap that you can unscrew. Now a lot of people don't realise it's actually a dipstick. You can actually check the fuel level inside. I think if you take that out completely and unscrew the other one, you can pour the diesel very easily and carefully into the new filter and fill it up with diesel. And then this is where this comes in. So you're obviously going to want to follow the arrow. There's an arrow on here telling you which way it sucks from. So it will suck from here, from the fuel line going in. So it'll be the female connection going on to the male connection. So this will be the fuel going in. So then you connect this bulb and this pipe that way. So that will go on there, following the arrow. And making out, this is the fuel line on the car, right? Just make out that's the fuel line. That will then connect on the fuel line, which is this, to the prime and bulb bump. And then after that's connected here, you then take this part, which is obviously the male connection, you then shove it on the other end, like so. And then this part will then go into this part on the female connection on the fuel filter, if you get what I mean. So then that will just connect onto the filter. So now this is the filter, right? So this part here has now gone onto the filter. You follow the arrow, which is pointing, and then what you do, you just squeeze very slowly like that till you've got a nice clear line here, so you can see all the fuel going through, and you can see all the air bubbles sort of being sucked through as well. Once this line is completely cleared of air bubbles, you then leave this connected, run to your car, try and start the car. The car will probably start for a few seconds and it'll probably cut off. If it does that, get back to the engine and just squeeze and fill up that filter again. It will take a few tries. Run to the car, and if it starts, get in the car quickly or just stand by the door, put your foot on the accelerator and hold the revs up for about 15-20 seconds. Just keep revving it, or just hold the revs up, whatever you want to do. Just get that engine, get the revs up. Just get those revs up, and then what it will do eventually, it will force the air out of the system. Because as we know, air can't really be compressed. No. Air can't. No. Sorry. That's one thing of water, actually. Completely the opposite way. But anyway, yeah, so it will force the air through the fuel system. Then once the engine's running and it sounds happy, turn it off, run to the engine bay, disconnect this from the fuel filter and the fuel line. I know you're going to let a little bit of air back in the system, but if you've got a rag underneath, which obviously fuel is all in here, so catch whatever fuel's in there. Disconnect the lines quite quickly and reconnect them as quickly as you can. I know you're going to have to do it really, really quickly. But yeah, once you've done that, get back in there, start the engine again. If it doesn't start, because obviously a little bit of air would have got in, use a bit of brake cleaner, just directly into the, you can do it for the turbo or you do it for the intake, whatever you want to do. But if it does start right away when you get back in, just keep your revs up again, like I said, a few seconds, a few minutes, whatever you want to do. Just keep the revs running, and that's it really. Hopefully that should be the simple install of a prime and bulb pump and a fuel filter change for the Fiestas. Now these engines are quite known for tiny little minute leaks over time. So on the fuel pump there is one of these connections, like a female sort of connection, and it's got these little squeeze tabs here. Now on the actual fuel system pipe there is an actual O-ring in there. Now the new fuel filter should come with 2 little new O-rings. Always replace those O-rings, because that is what probably is letting a little bit of air every now and then into the fuel system. It's probably what's causing my car at the moment to have that weird morning start where it's been sat there all night and all the fuel is sloshed back to the tank. And like I said, there's no pumps in the tank. It's all controlled by magic going on at the front there somehow. Some sort of wizardry of sucking the fuel through. But yeah, I think I have a tiny little air leak in the system, which is probably causing it. Like I said, he does every now and then. So last few days it's been all right. You know, I did do it for over the weekend just gone. I did do it for 2 days, and I took everything off in there. I took the battery out. I took all the connections off. I even took out the ends of the what they called glow plugs. Cleaned them up as well. Everything just to make it a little bit happier. But then I thought, you know, I'm just going to buy that fuel filter because obviously it needs doing. And then I bought this. Now the best thing about this, right, like I said, you go on eBay and you type it, look it out. It's called Race Tech. There they are, right there. Comes with all the fixtures and fittings. But not only does it come with fixture and fittings, I'm going to keep the packaging as well because it's really, really nice packaging. You know, I can just literally put a tiny little hole in there, and I can hang that up in the shed. But not only does it come with fittings, it actually gives you instructions as well, which is awesome. Actually, the HDI engine, it shows you the fuel pump and the connections. It's got 8 sections on telling you how to do this. So if you are not mechanically minded, you can always go buy these, not in colour unfortunately, but they're in black and white. But you can still see what's going on. You can still see it's a filter. You can see that's the fuel line sending the fuel in. You can see it's return line. You can see how the pump goes on as well in one of the pictures, and how to do it and stuff like that, and it tells you how to start it and things like that afterwards. And if it doesn't start, it shows you everything on there. So it's really, really cool. They actually give you detailed instructions as well. So like I said, I will be keeping this kit forever, because you never know, it will come in handy. It's a messy job. You're working with diesel. I would recommend wearing gloves, because you don't want diesel on your skin, because it takes absolutely weeks for the smell of diesel to get off your skin. So yeah, I would recommend wearing 2 pairs of gloves and catching it with a rag. So yeah, I just like that. I just think that's great. I thought it won't come with instructions. I just thought it'd just come with the kit, but it's actually quite a nice bit of kit that it actually came with instructions. So like I said, if you're not mechanically minded, then this will definitely help. I knew what to do anyway. I knew that you had to connect the fuel line with a pump, and I knew exactly what you have to do. I've done it multiple times at college when I did my mechanics years and years ago. I've also looked up videos as well myself. And I've seen a few posts recently of people trying to get them started, or how to get them started again, and things like that. So I thought, oh, that's weird. Everyone must be doing the same sort of thing at the same time, you know. So I just thought, you know, I had that thought as well, that I should really change the fuel filter. Because it's never been changed. So like I said, I've got a genuine Ford one coming, and like I said, hopefully it should arrive today. If it doesn't, then hopefully it'll be here tomorrow or by the weekend, because I'm going to want to change that before I go away again. So I'll be taking a long road trip back up to Manchester. So I want to make sure it's all buttoned up and that it's flowing nicely, and that I have no starting issues for a while. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, check it out right there. eBay is where you want to check it out. Just type in the fuel pump primer for a Ford, and it'll come up with loads of different ones. You got to make sure it's got the right connections, because it's obviously different connections. So if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 9.8 mil. I think that is on a Ford Fiesta Mark 6 and the Fusion as well. I think also the Mondeo, I think, as well. But also it says here Land Rover, Jaguar and Volvo, because obviously They all use the same HDI platform-ish. You know, the Volvo and Minis as well use the same engines. So, but yeah, just check first to make sure you have the right connections. So it said on the advert that it's for a Fusion and a Fiesta. And then when I clicked on different ones from this company, it had different connections and outlets and stuff like that. So yeah, this is obviously for a Fiesta, so, and the Fusion. So just check before you buy it. But yeah, it's not really expensive. It's about, like I said, 18 quid is a bargain. I thought it just, why not? And it's probably will definitely come in handy trying to get this thing running again. So check that out on there. I think that's a good bit of kit. So yeah, what's going on with the Fiesta at the moment then? So not a lot at the moment. Since you last saw it on that live video last week, we've done a bit of a talk for about an hour and then a little bit of a walk around. Nothing really done at all since then, you know. I'm just waiting some parts to come in, aka that and the fuel filter. And like I said earlier, with your help, guys, we could get that turbo episode or series. It's going to be a big series. With your help, guys, grab the merchandise and sign up to Patreon just to help support my channel. So I've been doing this now for 5 years. So with your help and support, you know, for smaller channels like this, we can literally start making that series. And like I said, it's going to be my most biggest videos series I'm ever going to make for the channel. I'm so looking forward to doing it because not only are we fitting the turbo, like I said, I'm going to show you how we send the ECU off, when the ECU comes back, what happens after you've plugged your ECU and disconnected it and things like that. We'll be diving into sending it down to the dyno as well. So luckily for me, about 30-minute drive from here, a friend's workshop, part of the old Ford Day community when I had my Focus ST, he actually runs a garage down there with a dyno. So I'll be taking this down there and hopefully getting some good numbers as well. Like I said, I'm not going for massive numbers. I'm not a numbers guy, but I just want this thing to be a bit more pokey and a bit more fun and enjoyable. So I'm not going for numbers, but like I said, I'll be happy if we did hit around about 150, 160 horsepower and close to 290 newton meters of torque. I'll be super happy with that. I probably won't get too disappointed if we're under that, just because I do have the cat on here still. So I do want to run it with the cat. I know you get bigger gains without a cat. I probably will towel HDI tuning that I'll be running a cat and a D cat, so I don't know if they can towel the ECU every now and then. That it will be different, like pressures or whatever happens with the exhaust side. So I don't know if they can do something magic on their end with that, because I do like to go back every now and then, having a cat on here and then having a D cat as well. When I had the D cat on here, it did drive me insane. The noise was annoying. The smoke was also annoying. It smokes a lot now, but the cat does sort of help reduce that. But it also has reduced the sound as well. I know you can probably get like a, I don't know if you do a high flow cat, but I don't know. But yeah, like I said, that's going to be one of my biggest series on the channel. So like I said, with your help, we can definitely push that series to get started very, very soon. Like I said, I'm ready. The fuel filter, I'm doing all these little things like the fuel filter and replacing a few seals and sensors and stuff like that. So we're almost ready to get started on this series. But funds, as you know, running a channel or buying stuff, you know, is not as easy as, I love to do it every day, I really would, but it's not as easy as just picking up the phone and buying things, because it does become rather quite expensive to make a channel when you're modifying cars or doing things to cars. But like I said, the merchandise and the Patreon to support my channel is there for you if you want to help support my channel after 5 years. It's a long time. I'm still going, not getting bored yet. But after we're done, like I said, I'll be a lot more driving videos as well, giving my thoughts on what it was like stock to what it is now, and then to what it is after, you know, because stock, I remember this thing stock was completely, it had a bit of go in it, but you can feel it dropping off. And once I started doing little bits here and there, the injectors, the cooler, the exhaust, bit by bit, I was doing it bit by bit, and I noticed little differences. The injectors made a huge difference, definitely feel that right away. And then I did the exhaust. Now I did actually feel a difference with an exhaust on here. It just really did open it up to make it flow better. it really did pick up some low down, pick up and go, like low down torque. I think it did. I just feel a bit of difference in it. So an exhaust really did help on this car. But yeah, once, like I said, it's all done and that, I'll be going through each stage of what I thought it was like then, what it is now, and then once we're finished and we're getting close to the finishing line, I can almost taste it. It's so exciting to me that we're getting close to that. I just want to know what it feels like. I just want to know what it's going to be like, you know, because apparently it transforms this sort of car into something else. It's completely different, you know. I know there's probably more diesels out there from factory come with that sort of power, but in a car like this, which wasn't meant for it, and it's a lighter chassis and everything like that, it's a smaller car, like I said, it's lighter, it's going to feel like you're going like a million miles an hour. It's definitely going to feel different. And I just really can't wait to see what the difference is. At the moment, with its little tune on here, it does go really, really well. It is very, very laggy now. I don't know what happened. I don't know what he done, but it is laggy. So when you just drive around normally, you put your foot down. Normally, it would just go like that. But you put your foot down now, it sort of goes, hesitates for a second, and then it goes, but then it just runs out of puff. And then once you go into third and fourth gear, he's tweaked third and fourth gear in here, and it really does hold the boost really, really hard in third and fourth. I mean, once you're in third and you're going all, you can rev third out for ages now, but once you get near to change them into fourth, if you get the gearing just right, I don't know what, like I said, I don't know what he's done, but as soon as you go into fourth, it just spikes. It's on. Unbelievable. Thank you. Guess what's just arrived as well? That was good timing. My fuel filter. I'm going to go grab that. Wait there 2 seconds. My mum's just like, oh, you got a parcel. And the sun's just come out. I mean, stay tuned for the video. It's coming. I'm going to go get it. Oh, wow. I mean, oh, wow. What timing is that? I was just talking about the fuel filter and hoping it's arrived. And it just arrived. And the sun's just come out. And we got blue skies. Awesome. I'm not going to show you the other side because it's got my address on it. But let's open it up. Let's do a little bit of an unboxing. I haven't done unboxing videos in years, but look. What is it? Getting excited over little parts like this. Making a bit of a mess already. Put your blades away afterwards, people. You don't want to cut yourself. Ooh, I see some Ford packaging. Ford logo. Ford logo. Genuine Ford filter. Make sure there's nothing else in there. Leave the chat one side. Yeah. I mean, double unboxing this video. How lucky are you guys? Double unboxing. You've seen the pump, and now you're going to see the fuel filter. So like I said, it's a Ford filter, so you see the Ford logo. If you want to pause the video here and get the code, so yeah, just pause the video there if you want to grab the code. But yeah, I thought I'd play it safe. I was going to go to Euro car parts and get like a Crossland one or something cheap, or even a Bosch one, but I thought I'm not going to do that. I'll just grab a genuine Ford one, and then you know it's going to bloody fit. So I'll unbox this as well. There's more instructions in here from Ford, so they tell you how to install it as well, which is interesting. Oh right, right, they've got different versions. Click. It's got like Batman sort of 90s, 80s sort of era, and when you see a Batman episode back when you're a kid, he does punch and it goes across the screen. Pow! It's got things like that, like click, click. But yeah, it even shows you here using the pump as well to prime the fuel filter. But it's got two different versions, and also, oh, that's another thing. On the back of the fuel filter, I'll just show you. It's right here. Oh, nice. That Ford logo. Now you know it's genuine. You see, I use good, genuine quality parts on my car. Ah, awesome. So here's the two O-rings I was saying about as well. So it's got two O-rings in there to replace. So definitely good. New fuel filter. Now, I will make a whole episode on this. Like I said, it is coming. It is going to be introduced into one big episode, and then I will cut that episode into multiple episodes. So if people are just searching for how to do a fuel filter change, things like that, and you can look for that later on. Awesome. Now, on these filters is an inner. So this is what the connection for the fuel going in. But normally there's two pipes in the back. Now there should be something going in here, but as you can see, there's nothing here. Because on your filter, on the back of here, and it's in the instructions, they're telling you need to do this. When you take your old filter off, on here, there is actually another connection that you have to remove. It just clips into place. They're showing you there you have to get your screwdriver to pop it out. Just be very careful with it. Now, if you're wondering what that is and what goes here, is a heater for the fuel. That's right. There is a little box that sits here with a pipe on it and a connection on top. I always wondered what the wire was. I was like, that's a bit weird. It must just prime the pump or something. I don't know. And then I did some research on it ages ago. And what it is an actual fuel heater. It heats up the fuel somehow. I think it's quite clever, but yeah, it's a little fuel heater mechanism that goes on the back of it. It even shows you in the instructions here. So don't even pause it here, but it shows you here on the instruction to click it, pop it off, things like that. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but like I said, I'll show you in the video once I get around to making it in a minute. So it shows you how to disconnect it and stuff like that. Careful with fuel. And it shows you how to remove the heater. Remove heater A, version B connections. Click heater with pry carefully, things like that. So yeah, the new one goes in and up and clips in, so it shows you there as well. But yeah, like I said, there's a whole episode coming. So I'm going to go fit that right now. Stay tuned for that episode. So it's been a good little live video today, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe if you're new. And like I said, go on to AJ Focus Instagram if you want to see some pictures and stuff. I'm going to make some pictures right now, upload them later on. Check out everything that goes on behind the scenes on Instagram as well. So it's AJ Focus. Just add me as a friend and then I will accept. Yeah, if you want to see some pictures and stuff what I get up to, it's all on there. Everything in today's video, pictures, more detailed pictures will be there on Instagram. So yeah, there we have it then, guys. That is today's video, quickly made. So that is everything you're going to need to do the fuel filter changeover. So you got the pump and you got the filter and you got the new O-rings. Stay tuned for the video. It is coming very, very soon. Like I said, it will be combined into one big, one big video that I'm making at the moment. And then what I'll do, I'll cut it into individual videos, just in case you are looking for those specific videos. Saves you watching the big video. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Now, beautiful, and wish me luck. I'll see you on the next video, guys, and have a good weekend. And hopefully I will see you next week sometime on my next episode. So yeah, do us a favour, just subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below as well. Let me know actually if anyone out there has done this recently. Let me know how you got on, and how you found it, and what probably was the best way to get yours started afterwards. You know, everyone's got a different technique and different way of getting it started afterwards. So what was your way on getting these engines running again after you've done a filter change? Let me know, and yeah, let me know how you got on. Thanks very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, morning or evening, wherever you are. I've been Mr. AJ Focus, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks very much for watching.